So if you've been on this channel for any amount of time, you'll recognize that I've done a video on this episode already. That video is still up and will always be up, so if you want to decide which one of these two are better, be my guest. And with that little disclaimer out of the way, let's get right into it. Everyone knows SpongeBob. It's one of the most well-known cartoons in the history of cartoons. With hundreds of episodes under its belt, it may actually come as a surprise that over the years, one episode has consistently been hailed as the peak of SpongeBob. And that episode is none other than A Pal for Gary. I'm just kidding, that one sucks. It's obviously Band Geeks. But how has this 11-minute episode managed to stay at the top all of these years? What made it so special? And how in the world is that song so dang catchy? Well, before we can talk about Band Geeks... let's take a moment to talk about the episode that's attached to it titled The Secret Box. It's honestly nothing special in my opinion. Patrick has something in a box, and SpongeBob wants to know what's in it. The episode is spent with SpongeBob trying and failing to find out what's in it. At the end, we, the audience, find out it's an embarrassing picture of SpongeBob. It's odd seeing such a nasty patty attached to a Krabby Patty with cheese. I remember it catching me so off guard the first time I watched it. It really makes Band Geeks look even better if you watch The Secret Box first. To finally talk about the episode, the first thing that I'd like to point out is that it's a Squidward-focused episode, and SpongeBob Squidward team-up episodes are consistently peak. Think of classics like Pizza Delivery or Dying for Pie. I think what makes their dynamic so special is how it relates to you as an individual. You have a part of both of these characters in you. SpongeBob is the joyful optimism and the childlike side that you have, and Squidward is the pessimistic realist that you have become as you have gotten older. It's always a joy seeing Squidward interact positively with SpongeBob because you get to see the pessimism break and see him experience some joy. The episode starts with Squidward doing his favorite pastime, playing the clarinet. Someone arrives at the door and says that they had a call that an animal was dying on the premises, which Squidward answers with slamming the door on him. Immediately after this, he gets a call from his rival, Squilliam Fancyson. I love the theory that Squilliam is the one who called about a dying animal just to get under Squidward's skin before calling him. Anyway, Squilliam says that he and his band won't be able to play at the Bubble Bowl, which is Bikini Bottom's version of the Super Bowl, and he needs Squidward to replace him. Even though Squiddy doesn't have a band, he jumps at the chance to prove his rival wrong. He sends out flyers in an attempt to get a few talented people together. Unfortunately for him, he lives in Bikini Bottom. All the characters we know join up in an auditorium to be a part of Squidward's band. This episode gives us the classic, "Is mayonnaise an instrument?" line, and my personal favorite, "Too bad that didn't kill me." It has way too many hilarious bits to go over, but safe to say that the comedy is top-notch. The band's practice comes to a head in a huge fight breaking out, and Squidward storming off in anger. The fish folk get together and are determined to work together and make Squidward proud. The next day, Squidward shows up to admit defeat to Squilliam, but his band has already arrived. He reluctantly joins them as they rise up to a massive stadium. I also love the fact that they're using live footage of a previous Super Bowl game instead of animating their own Bikini Bottom version. That bit has always stuck with me. Squidward is sweating bullets, knowing that when the band starts playing, he'll be humiliated. He counts down from 3, and then the band starts playing. To avoid being copyrighted if I haven't been already, I'm not gonna play the music. But hearing them play it perfectly always sends a chill down my spine. Squidward is initially shocked, but quickly joins them and is ecstatic. He is finally experiencing that childlike joy that SpongeBob has always experienced. And in a moment of happiness, he jumps in the air in victory, and the episode ends on a freeze frame. This moment right here is what some fans think is the canon end of SpongeBob. I personally prefer to think that the SpongeBob movie is a better ending, but this is a perfect end to Squidward's story. This moment right here is the pinnacle of everything he has ever wanted to accomplish. By ending the episode on a freeze frame, Squidward is allowed to stay in this moment of joy forever. So, back to the original question. What made this episode so special? The answer to this question is you. You made this episode special. You connected with Squidward, someone who, despite trying their best, was not able to prevail on their own. It was through the help of people who he thought would never help him that he was able to experience his sweet victory. This is what everybody watching wants. Everyone wants to experience a moment like this, and watching Squidward achieve it, in a way, is like watching yourself achieve your dreams, if only for that moment. Thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and watching some of my other videos. Otherwise, I hope this entertained you. Until next time.